This is perhaps the most loved vehicle I have on this YouTube channel, and yet I don't drive it. Why? It's 103 out here and I don't have any air conditioning. If you remember in the last video we did on this really nice W126, it's an 87 Mercedes 420 SEL. We fixed the air conditioning system, we thought, but there was a slight leak. I think I've discovered where the leak is, and today we're going to fix it. It's a simple fix, but it's going to completely transform the usefulness of this car. So, let's get busy. Holy crapola, look at this thing smoke. Yes. No. Why won't it run? Why?
Get that piece of crap out of the way.
Take another bite. Not at the camera. Look at that. Stop. Yeah, we got rain. What are you gonna say?
It's just too much for me to screw out.
This is what I'm working with. It's not a lot.
I'm in the car.
So what are we changing? It's right here. This little puppy right there. Yes, this is the condenser. It is hopefully easy to install. We'll evacuate the system. We'll put this on, vacuum the system, recharge the system, and then finally, hopefully we can get this 420 SEL back where it deserves to be, which is of course on the road. And here's where she lives, right here. I'm looking for mice or rats or whatever as I open the hood. Okay, I don't see any. I don't see any new poopages. So we're gonna call that a win right there. But yes, it's literally right in front, right here. I have access to this by moving, I believe, the radiator, which should not be too difficult to do. Let's just see how it goes. I haven't done any research on this. I have not done this before. I've fixed everything else on these cars, but let's just see what it's like to replace the condenser. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. Making progress on the old Benz. Turns out this comes out from behind the support right here, which means you got to remove the radiator, which means you have to remove the radiator fan shroud, and then you got to remove the actual fan itself, which is so much fun to do. And you've got two hoses on the bottom that attach. This is a transmission hose here. This is a transmission hose right there. This is one of the lines that you have to disconnect to remove the condenser, and this is the other one right here. That's a big A connection, so you need to have your big A wrenches. I don't even know what size they are. I go up to 32. Well, I go higher than a 32. I just brought these from the back. So I don't, well, it's not a 30. Maybe it's a 27. Let's see here. 27 possibly, maybe even a 26. So we'll get this off. We'll get these two things off, and then we'll just kind of see what we're dealing with. It should be just a straightforward removal after that. 26 is too little. Are both of those 27s? Oh my gosh, they are. Well, that's going to be fun. Okay, let's see if I can find another 27. Ay. Well, we got the big one undone super easy. I mean, I had those big A wrenches, okay? So that came across as not that big of a deal. This divorce took years. This was a headache, and I had to use my heat method with my crayon, and I chose a beautiful shade of green, as you can see, so it would match. This took forever, okay? Look at this. I had to, now it's not even gonna let go. It's not even letting go. Yeah, this was the thing. I heated this up, and I sprayed penetrant on here for a very long time, let it soak in. Nothing. Finally had to use some heat. I hope I haven't damaged this. I can order a new one, I hope, or just have one made. But this, that was terrible. That was like a divorce where they were fighting for everything. He did not want to let go. I guess that would be the boy. That would be the, I don't know. Kids don't look. Anyway, we have it finished. I think we're just going to lift this thing out and we'll replace it with our new one. Okay, so there's a clip here that we have to release, and there's a clip right here, and it should just lift out. There's a 10mm bracket holding on that hose right there. So hopefully now this is just going to lift out. Look at that, remnants from the rats. So out with the old. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think this was so corroded and everything, and it had that plug in it for years and years. I was never getting a good seal on my Schrader valve. That's why I'm doing this whole thing. Okay, so hopefully now we are going to be 100% perfect. You just go right there, and I'll put the new one in. I'll reuse the little rubber mounting points here. Don't forget you've got a rubber mounting thing there and a rubber mounting ring right here. What is this? More rat. Yikes. I found a couple of wires that I have to redo as well, so yay! But it's looking better. We got it out. That's the big thing. So some modifications are going to have to be involved because, let me get this oriented the right way. We're going to have to modify this because the holes don't line up. See the little peg right there where it goes down into that little hole? Great. I am a good inch off on this side. Yeah, that's not cool. So I guess I could just drill a hole right there and make it work, or drill the peg out, but then there's no support on that bottom side. I'm going to drill a hole. See how far off it is? Yeah. And this was the only one available on Rock Auto, and it doesn't fit. And my AC compressor for the Jag did not work. The first one exploded when I first used it. The second one was locked up tight. So I don't know what's happening with all of these parts and everything, but this is not, it's not cool at all. It's really not. So let me drill a hole in my car so I can have air conditioning. That is the most ill-fitting condenser ever. I had to modify this and this and this, and still it's so tight. I'm worried about my radiator now. I've had to drill a hole in the car. I've had to, it's just, and look, hopefully I can get my attachment here to test the pressure and everything without having to remove and bend this thing. That's perfect. Yeah, that was great. So anyway, now we've got some rat fixins that we have to do. I've noticed I probably should have done this when the radiator was out because I had way better access. I have some ground wires that are all messed up. So I've got to redo those. And then on, can you see those wires right down there? I've got to fix those too. Yeah, that's a mess. I should have fixed that too before I got the radiator installed. And look where the rat even was eating this. Oh my gosh. I hate rats. I hate them. I hate them. All right, we'll fix all the wiring and then we'll be back. Well, I think we got it installed. We have all the wiring done. I've got oil all over my cap. I got those wires fixed. The ones, I think that's the smog pump. Those have been reattached. Look at this. I found an adapter, okay, to go to R134 in a drawer, so that's good. But this has to be off, and I still had to bend this. It really is. It's a terrible fit. So we're on our way down to minus 29 for the vacuum over here. We're gonna let this thing run for 30 minutes or so, and then we'll kind of cap it off and see if we have any kind of steady pressure, vacuum rather, because if I can't fix it, I'm gonna sell it. I can't do it again. I really don't want to do it again. So we'll let this thing just kind of do its thing, and hopefully there are no leaks. Well, it's been a while and everything looks fine. Okay, so we're gonna charge the system because I'm done. Woo, what a day, what a day, what a day. So let me get my Freon. Everything should be good. We've added oil when we changed the compressor and everything first, so that should not be an issue at all. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it. So we can remove this right here, and then we're gonna put in our first can. We'll start the car and see what she does. So we can't finish the video because I got a leak. I guess when I heated this up, it affected that, which is perfect. So yay. Way to go, Mike. I am like the best YouTuber car mechanic ever. It's amazing the stuff that I can accomplish. I'm done. This car. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. So, we're gonna have to order a part. Look at all the Yeah, that's a thing. And I actually had to jumper the relay to get the fuel pump to work. So that's another thing we gotta research on this car. So way to go. Once again, it's another day. I don't know how many videos I am making that are taking 2, 3, 4, 5 days to make. Anyway, we've made a big discovery. So this is the hose that sprung a leak, okay? This was it's junk now, okay? I found a place, and if you live in Oklahoma, the place to go is Ameriflex Pipe and Hose Supply. They did this, they were really busy, and this guy put this together in like 10 minutes, and he did a great job. Look at this. Okay, so they're fast, they're very professional, they're very economical as well, but a big shout out. So I drove the mighty S-Class up there. Nice little cruise. Someone complimented me on the car in the parking lot. But yes, Ameriflex right here in Tulsa, they're on Admiral, is the place to go. They were doing hoses that were like this big around, so they can do everything for you. Anyway, we're going to get this installed. I think it's going to go something like this, and then we're going to vacuum the system again, and then we'll give it a recharge, and then it's going to be perfect. Vacuum business, absolutely. We're drawing the vacuum. We're going to let it run for an hour or so, get it all the way down to about 29 here, halfway between here and there. Turn it off, let it sit for a while, and see how we did. But this, it's nice. I think it's not too tight of a bend right here. I think it's going to be just perfect. Perfect. Well, I'm back. It's been about an hour. I went and did some grocery shopping, and I got some more Freon, or R134A. This thing has been pumping right along, or vacuuming right along. So what I want to do now is just kind of close this stuff up. We're just going to let it sit for like 30 minutes or so, maybe a little longer. See if we lose any of our vacuum, and then continue on. So mental note of the numbers right there, and a huge thank you to Ameriflex. This thing is it's perfect. I love it. Okay, it's been an hour, and I have very high hopes. I don't think those things have moved at all. I think we have this car fixed. I think it's gonna be great. So let's see if she wants to start. That's gonna be one thing, and if not, we'll jump her the actual relay. Okay, so this is the relay that I think is acting up, and sometimes the car will start and sometimes it does not. So it lives right here. This is my jumper, just in case. And it goes just like this. We'll get it in. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's see if it wants to start. Oh, got to do the battery too. All right, Mamacita, you gonna start for me today? Be a good girl? Let's see. Of course she is. Okay, we got this on high, this is on cold. We're blowing. Put the window down. This thing blows so well. Remember all the trouble we had with that? Yes. Okay, so now we can add the good stuff, which will be fantastic. Okay, we'll take this off, put on our adapter, start filling her up. All right, so she's already sucking it in. Pressures are climbing. The clutch has engaged, and we're doing great. So we'll fill it up, and then we'll test it out, and hopefully we can end the video with success. I cannot wait to drive this car. I cannot wait, but I love watching this stuff go in right there. I think that's so cool. Mission accomplished. She's blowing cold. She's looking good. Pressures are great for, it's 103 out here right now, so yeah. Anyway, it's blowing cold. It's blowing like crazy, and I am super happy. Ooh, there's a chill in the air. Oh my goodness. So yes, we have added air conditioning. We have added air actually coming out. The blower is blowing perfectly, and life is great. Should I replace the dash? That is the question I'm going to leave you with, because I do have another dash cap. It's pretty involved getting it off, and it's actually cut right here. So I'm gonna have to do some mending. I got it from the junkyard a long time ago, but it's cut right there. But I can take this piece, you know, and rivet it on and glue it and all that kind of stuff. But I think that will make a huge difference. And yes, we have sourced a windshield and that will get replaced eventually, but I'm loving life. I'm loving my car. This car, it was so popular when I first got it. It really, really was. Everybody just loved this thing. And then I didn't want to drive it because it got hot and we had issues and nothing was coming out of the vents and it just wasn't doing really well. But she's back and she's better than ever. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So we're going to finish that. Yep, we're going to finish with that right there. You guys, if I've made you smile, if I've made you happy, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully I've earned your subscription. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 100K. I keep saying that. It'll happen someday. But thank you very, very much for watching these videos. We're back with another one on another Mercedes. And don't forget, I just added that W221. I bought a 2008 S550, the big S-Class, navy blue over tan, which is beautiful, runs and drives. I hope it drives, for $775. If you haven't watched the video where I got that thing, go back and watch it. It's the #1 video on the channel right now, so please go check it out. But a big thank you to Mercedes for coming back to life for me. She's doing good. All right, everybody, we'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.